Hi, I'm Graham and welcome back to Man vs Film. It is a new month and it's time for another top 10 of movies that you can watch right now on UK Netflix. So let's just get started with number 10. The Resort. A safari park offers paying guests the chance to kill as much zombies as they want years after the zombie apocalypse for a fee, but things go awry. Yep, it's another zombie movie. I think I've seen just about every iteration that it can be. This does offer something new by having quite an interesting plot. Unfortunately, it steals the full plot from Jurassic Park. Sooner you come to terms with that, the better. The zombies are fast zombies, the gore is there, it's got some interesting scenes. It's not the best movie, but it's still worth a one-time watch. Number 9 on my list is Criminal. In a last-ditch attempt to stop a diabolical plot, the CIA transfer the mind of a dead agent into the body of a death row inmate. And things don't quite go as planned. Kevin Costner is the death row inmate. Ryan Reynolds is the CIA agent who has his mind transferred into Kevin Costner's body. Kevin Costner is not a nice man. He's playing against type. There is some really fun scenes of him not knowing how to act socially, so he just breaks people's faces. And there's some plot about the last CIA agent's mission, who they're hoping Costner will be able to access the memories and finish that mission. It's got a great cast, it's got some good action, and it's generally just a fun watch. Number 8 is Listening. A team of genius but broke grad students stumble across an idea for a telepathy technology and it leads them down a rabbit hole. This is a great little sci-fi movie and I've kept the plot fairly vague because I don't want to spoil anything for you, because this thing kind of weaves all over the place and takes unexpected turns, and it's a treat to really experience them for yourself. When they're using this technology, the photography is really quite low-key, different, but suits the movie. It reminds me almost of Primer, which is a movie I really like. This is just a great little sci-fi movie, indie movie, that probably didn't get a lot of attention, but now it's on Netflix. It's one of these ones that you just might stumble across, and I think you should definitely check it out. Number 7 is Birdman. A washed-up actor tries to reclaim his fame by staging a play on Broadway. All the while he tries to reconnect with his daughter and tries to get out of the shadow of one of his biggest characters, the aforementioned Birdman, a superhero that he played several years prior. This is an Oscar-winning movie, and it may not be for everyone because it's a little bit different in the way it's filmed. It's filmed as though it is one big long take. It is mostly about the interactions of the characters and the neurosis of the lead character played by Michael Keaton, who was excellent in this role, but gets outshined by Edward Norton in my opinion, who is hilarious within this movie. Now, like I said, the one long shot type of thing is really interesting, and it's cool the way they kind of cut it together and make it look as though it is the one take. The soundtrack's fantastic. The kind of jazz drums is really just pushes the movie along, and if you haven't seen it, it's definitely worth checking it out. Number 6 is Rats, a history of rat infestings through major cities around the world. Now, this is a Morgan Spurlock documentary, and it's not shot like your typical documentary. It's made out to be kind of like a horror movie. It's all kind of like low angles, tight spaces as you see these rats crawling about while somebody narrates kind of what the rats do and how disgusting and creepy and spooky they really are. And then there's the music and the sound mix in this. The sound mix is really good because it cranks up the sounds of the rats crawling about, gnawing, squeaking, while overlacing this kind of ominous kind of music over the top of it. It's a very interesting documentary as well. It's full of lots of information, globe-trotting with some fantastic photography, and it's a really interesting watch. Number 6 is London Has Fallen. In London, for the Prime Minister's funeral, Mike Banning must protect the President when a group of terrorists attack all the world leaders. This has got some horrible CGI and some of the worst acting I've ever seen. The plot is kind of ludicrous and it is a hell load of fun. I love London Has Fallen. I think it's great. I love to stick it on, kind of laugh at the bad aspects of it and just kind of geek out at some of the action, which I think's pretty good in this movie. Mindless action, cheesy one-liners and bloody violence. What more do you want from just an action movie? Give it a shot, you may like it. Number 4 on my list is The Interview. TV host Dave Skylark lands an interview with a surprise fan of his, that is Kim Jong-il, the dictator. Him and his producer are then recruited by the CIA, who turn this interview into a chance to assassinate Kim Jong-il. James Franco and Seth Rogen team up once more in another comedy movie. This time round, James Franco is the comedy specialist and Seth Rogen is the straight man in this pairing, and Franco really does just turn it up to 11 in this. When this came out, there was a lot of news stories about, well, you can go back and check it if you really have to, but it kind of overshadowed the movie, and the movie get pushed out in a VOD release, and it's finally hit Netflix, and I think it's well worth your time. It is silly, it is ludicrous, but it's damn funny, and what more do you want from a comedy? Number 3 on my list is Whiplash. A promising young drummer enrolls at a prestigious music academy who will stop at nothing to realise his students' potential. A phenomenally exciting, gripping, uplifting movie about jazz. The two leads are captivating in this, and it's their hate-hate relationship that really draws you into the story and wants you to see how far is this really going to go. It's about determination and the search for perfection, and it has one of the most adrenaline, heart-pumping finales that I've seen in a movie in recent years, and it's pretty much just a drum solo, yet it just winds you up all the way through it till you, like when I left the cinema, I was so high and just wanted to talk about this movie. When I watch it at home, the ending just uplifts me again and just really gets me going. It's a fantastic movie with a tremendously good ending. Number 2 on my list is Sing Street. A boy growing up in Dublin during the 80s escapes his strained family life by starting a band to impress the mysterious girl that he likes. This is a heartwarming tale about a boy trying to find his place and identity in 80s Dublin through music, and the music is one of the best things about it. It is excellent. I really liked all the cast, I really liked the songs, I really liked the message that the movie tried to put forth about finding your kind of place in the world, and I can't get it out of my head. It's one of the best musicals, because it pretty much is, that I've ever seen. It's really uplifting and it's really heartwarming, and it's a movie that I am going to constantly re-watch, and if it wasn't from my number 1, this would definitely have been there, because it is a great film that needs to be seen as soon as you can check it out. Number 1 on my list is The Hunt for the Wilder People. An orphan is taken in by these two country dwellers, and it's the orphan's last chance before he goes to a juvenile detention centre. The movie stars Sam Neill as a sort of gruff older man who ends up partnering up with a young boy as they go on the run from authorities into the wooded area just round where the house used to stay, but I mean this wooded area is huge. They are hunted down by the law enforcement that's looking for them, and the movie escalates, getting stranger and sillier the more it goes on, but at the centre of it is this great relationship between Sam Neill and the young boy, who is immensely funny and just totally likeable. You like this pairing, you like them together, they work together, and the movie is hilarious, like ridiculously funny. Every time I watch it, I just laugh out loud. It's one of these movies I'm going to push on to people, which is why it's my number 1, because I'm pushing it on to you guys, because I really want you to check this out. It's odd, it's quirky, it's directed by Taika Waititi, who did What We Do in the Shadows, which was a great mock documentary that came out a couple of years ago, and who's doing the next Thor movie. It's kind of strange, but it gives me a lot of hope for that. This movie is perfect, it is absolutely fantastic. I want to tell you more about it, but I want you to discover it yourself, because it needs to be that way. So remember to come back next month and see another top 10 movies of Netflix that you can watch. And if you haven't already done so, click subscribe and make sure you get these notifications first as the videos go up. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time on Man vs Film.